What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period. What's up? Well, we know what's up.
I'm gonna be in a good mood today. I just been kind of chilling.
It's all good. Let's hop right into it. Let's get into the Black Business of the Week. All right, so I wanted to there's a Black Business of the Week that I actually have not had a chance to patronize yet, and I've seen it a few times on my Explore page and from my followers, and I wish I could clarify what it is they specialize in because they have so many different things. But this place is called Everythang Nola Cafe, and it's on 1699 Sylvan Road. They have this is with
Oh, I know what you're talking about. There's been a lot of different New Orleans seafood restaurants.
Right, but this is not even a seafood. Well, it's like they have seafood, but they have like slushies. It's just like
Oh, send it to me.
Y'all, it's Everythang Nola, basically. And so I follow every time I find a business like this that I want to patronize, I'll just follow them until I get a chance. But next time I go to church, I'm just gonna make a stop on all my spots on that side of town. And then because my church is right down the street from here. But yeah, so basically, they have New Orleans influence inspired menu. They have food options, dessert options. They have cooked meals, seafood, acai bowls, slushies, pastries, you name it. And they have New Orleans accents, and they even have bagels. Like it's like, I mean, I don't even. I'm having such a tough time explaining to y'all what exactly they are. So that's why I'm glad they call themselves Everythang Nola. So they classify on Instagram as a dessert shop, but we can clearly see they got seafood boils too. So just check them out. Their Instagram is Everythang Nola Cafe, and thang is with an A. And I don't see a website, but the address is 1699 Sylvan Road, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh my God.
If you get to check it out before I do, let me know, and then I'll move accordingly. Okay. Hello. All right. Let's move into shop talk.
I mean,
it's so many things. I kind of want to make one of these tweets from the street. So yeah, let's do tweets from the street. So first things first is Lil'Nas X. Really, let me tell you something. One thing about it, this a Lil'Nas X stand podcast. The way he handled everything is so perfect. I love it. I feel like one of these things. These are three things that I've noticed. I really like what him, Santana, and really just those two that I can think of right now. What they're doing for like music for the LGBTQ community is very unapologetic. I think people have tried to like break through previously, but due to the help of social media and people just being like, I'm sick and tired of hiding myself, they just like, look, this me, I'm gonna twerk in a dress and a beard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna twerk in the jail. So I really do. I think my biggest thing about Lil'Nas X is how he responds to people that hate him or hate his work. I think it's really funny, and he literally is unbothered. And I feel like the way he's handling it is how he should continue to handle it and keep on handling it until folks just realize ain't nothing I can do about it. Because he making hit songs. He actually is talented. He also is attractive. Not that matters, but it's just I just like the way he's going about it. Very snarky. He's pretty much the right person for the job right now.
Yeah. I was watching an interview with him last night with this guy, and he was just saying how him coming out in the industry was a lot for him because he also didn't really know anything previously about the LGBT community as far as like, I guess you can say like the inside stuff that we know.
Like his identity and stuff?
Yeah, like he didn't really know like terminology and what was like the proper thing to identify as, because I mean, just because you are in the LGBT community or a part of it, there's a lot of us who still don't know how to approach certain people who identify as non-binary or trans, or the right things to say with the wrong things to say. So he was saying that it was a learning experience for him, and still is. He's still learning each and every day. And I'm like, you know what's so funny, me looking at him, I can kind of see myself, because when I just feel like when you come out, it's just like, it's definitely a weight lifted off your shoulder, but it's also time to just express yourself. So I went through an experimental phase, like where I just was trying different things, trying different looks, doing all type of stuff that, you know, at the time, that's what I wanted to do. And I look at him and I see the same thing, because there's sometimes I'll be looking like, what the hell he got on, or what is he doing? But in the same breath, I'm like, I'm glad that he's able to even have this platform and be accepted by people, because when I was his age, it wasn't really like that.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
wasn't
I
that
feel
long
you.
ago, you know?
Yeah, I think it's fire. I'm not mad at it. I'm love how he just got everybody so shook, and I'm glad. And not that this matters, but I feel like, like for example, and I hope this isn't problematic, but he's not like when people try to bash gay people, they really just describe the extreme gay person, like
Yeah.
extremely feminine, dressed in a very extreme way. But like Lil Nas X, when he first came out, he didn't identify with any of that. He didn't classify, like on paper he wasn't that. So when he came out, people was all in the uproar, or they was all shocked. It's because he didn't fit the narrative that they wanted to fit for somebody that's gay. And
Yeah.
so I just think it's really cool that he's he just is witty. I love it. I'm here for it. I just hope he don't do nothing to ever make me not like him. So and by that I mean like problematic.
Yeah.
Speaking of problematic, we want to move on to shop talk. I'm so glad I got rid of the baby when I did.
You listen, you say this all the time. So I mean, I don't really listen to him or support him anyway. So,
Listen.
you know,
Okay, y'all. So basically, a lot of stuff happened at Roll Out. The baby
COVID out.
COVID out. No, really. No, really. First of all, you won't catch me. I had the opportunity to go to that Kanye thing. I'm not even a Kanye fan, but I'm actually really freaking glad I didn't go, because all I saw was super spreader all across my darn screen. But anyway, so the baby, number one, he performed him at Rolling Loud. Correct me if I'm wrong. He performed after Megan, or did he perform before her?
He performed he performed after her, and then he also played her song that he's featured on before he brought out Tory Lanez.
Right. Well, that's what I was getting at. I just wasn't sure if he did this after she had already performed. So basically, they're saying like Megan didn't perform the song that she and the baby has together. And then he came out, he performed, he played the song that he has with her, and then he brought out Tory Problematic Lanes. Red flag number one. So mind you, before all the other stuff happened, I saw L'Oreal from the Bull and the Beast podcast. She's on a lot of podcasts, but she tweeted about this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm because at one point I was trying to like understand both sides with the baby and the Megan thing, because to me it really did seem like it was possible for somebody to be friends with both people and not knowing what side to pick. But to me, that move he made at the show was a clear choice of sides. Like, okay, you are actually trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight out disrespectful. So then that happens. And then while he's leaving, this might throw a shoe at him, well deserved. Then he goes on his way off the stage, he started talking about saying a bunch, but honestly, it's not worth repeating, a bunch of homophobic stuff about people having AIDS or not having AIDS and sucking dick in the car. Just really problematic. And he probably thought he was being funny or cool, but it was one of those things that was just extremely unnecessary. It's like somebody being at the grocery store and being like, I gotta use the bathroom. It's like, okay, why you have to say that?
Yeah.
But anyway, so then people come at him about it, and he quadruples down on it, talking about his fans ain't nasty because they don't got AIDS. They don't got it. Just said, oh my God, it's just, I can't even enunciate everything he said properly because it was so problematic. But to anybody that was not aware, literally straight people have HIV and AIDS. Like, it's not a gay disease. It hasn't been for a very long time. And truth be told, it might not have been a gay disease when it was. You know what I'm saying? But it's just such a stigma attached to it that people think only gay people. There are straight people out here with HIV, y'all. I know some, and y'all do too. And y'all might not know you know it, but you definitely do. And it's just really sad that he would say something so ignorant like that. And then it's like, it ain't like he said, my fans cool. No, my fans ain't got HIV and AIDS because they ain't nasty. You ain't got to be nasty to get HIV. You can literally poke your finger. You can have sex for the first time ever in life. Like, people, that's stuff like that. Like, I already dislike him because of his physical behavior, but stuff like that, I'm like, all right. I had to tell Siri to never play him again. I can't rock with it. I don't like that. I can't. It's just not cool. It's not cool.
Yeah. Me personally, I honestly haven't even sat through the whole thing of what he was saying, just because I couldn't after the first part. Like, I've come to the point in my life where, like, I just can't even really listen to like extremely problematic things, especially when it not necessarily affecting me personally, but it just hits home. You know what I'm saying? Like, just knowing that I have friends that affected, or people around me, family members, straight and gay, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that people could be so ignorant in 2021, where there's so many different outlets and resources where people are spewing different like information and facts about HIV and AIDS, and just how to be a little bit more respectful to your gay and LGBT community, the people around you, especially in that position. I think that when it comes to celebrities, like, you actually have a responsibility. You signed up for this. You wanted to be in the spotlight. You have fans that identify as different things. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you on top of it's almost hard to not have those type of fans. So I would think the smart thing to do, even if you say stuff behind closed doors, is to, at least in public, just
don't be stupid.
Yeah,
just
like,
don't be stupid. Like, you literally, and then here comes T.I. coming through. I'm gonna just chill.
Man said the first thing came out of his mouth was, if gay people got more rights than straight people, then just say that.
What the freak are you even talking? What rights
are you
what's
so crazy?
About?
You know what's so crazy? What? I've had 3 people tell me that to my face.
What does that even mean? What rights are they talking about? Seriously, because last time I checked, LGBTQ people are still fighting for rights, just like we are.
We barely have rights. The only thing is that we're fighting to be equal with y'all, which is weird. Like, we're all human. Y'all all say Black Lives Matter. I mean,
right. And so there was somebody else who said something stupid like that on Twitter. It was like LGBTQ folks get more rights than Black folks. Like Black people ain't gay. Like, it just doesn't. People just, stuff like that really pisses me off. It's like, you saying
every time they say that, I say name them.
Exactly. Please, exactly. And I genuinely want to know what rights they think they're talking about. Is it because you see them on public television more frequently asking for rights? Because they still fall under the same rights that Black people and white people and women and all these other people are fighting for. It's just, I feel like I'm not even capable today to speak my English language properly, but stuff like that just really pisses me off. It's just so unnecessary. Like, you could have just not say anything. And I think one of the comments he left on one of the blogs was like, if Lil'Nas X can do his thing and mind his business, so can the baby. What did Lil'Nas X even have to do with what the baby said? It's like, if you're homophobic, then say that. Oh, you did.
I ain't homophobic.
I just don't want my kid. He said, I ain't got no problem with Lil'Nas X doing his videos, but I just don't want my children to see that because they mind ain't developed. Okay, but they developed to see men and women having sex or being sexual. Or they developed enough to be hearing their daddy rapping about trapping, killing, drugs, things like that, right?
And sex.
They mind developed enough to be on social media.
Pussy, asshole.
They mind developed enough for their dad to be having an affair on their mama. It developed enough for their parents to be on the news for sexual assault. But not gayness. Got it. All right. Well, let's move on. Next thing up, I just had this conversation. Actually, do you have anything to add
to that? Let me look. I've been kind of off the grid a little bit. Let me see. Let's see, because I did see some stuff. I actually don't have anything. Well, I do. So I do have something. I actually do. So yesterday, Twitter was in an uproar because some girl saw the Clermont Twins at the airport with no makeup on and no glam on, and they took pictures of them off guard. And in the pictures, the pictures are not flattering at all. They are just, all over the internet right now. People have a lot of opinions on it. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on that. So we're in a time where like surgeries and body modifications, as far as like altering your looks, are on a high Like, I mean, every day you seeing people with new butts, new titties, new lips. I mean, I never thought the day that I would see that lip filler would be like a thing in the Black community, but here we are.
Right.
Here we
Right.
are, you know? Fine. I mean, people been getting their nose done and everything since the 90s. Some look good, some don't. That's just a fact. Do I feel like it's okay to poke fun at people who do that? I mean, have I done it before? Yes, I have done it before. But I think now, I think for me, and this might be just be a little bit too sensitive, but for me, I'm like, you know what? Honestly, it's a lot of things. I mean, it's certain hairstyles that people don't think that are flattering, makeup looks, clothes. It's a lot of different things, but I think that for the most part, people gotta chill on poking fun at people just that's around us. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know the
It's
reasoning why they
bullying.
did this. I don't know what the reason why they did it because I think what opened my eyes to that was hearing the stories behind the reason why Lil' Kim looks the way that she looks and the reason why she got certain surgeries. And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, that's something that they're dealing with, and that's how they feel will make them comfortable or make them look beautiful. So why would I shade that? I ain't got to deal with it. I'm not dating them. I don't have to wake up to it every day. Ain't my business. But I don't think I would just go out of my way to just make the whole post and be like, oh, look at them. This is what they look like. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I think it's really weird to sneak pictures of people. Number one, I
Oh, for
think
sure.
I only time I'll give a pass if it's like a kid or a teenager, like somebody who's not really mature enough yet to like they're excited. It's a kid, but I think this is a grown person. Number one, and it's just really weird. Like it's like social media has really not that we owe celebrities more respect, but it's to the point where social media has really made everyday people feel higher. Like they feel like they're just either the same or higher than celebrities, so they get to pick fun at them because they're more accessible. And I think that's so disrespectful. Like you know, I just think it's weird. It's just weird. Just don't sneak pictures of people. And then half the time these be the same folks that'll come up to them and say, hey, or ask for a photo with them. But then you still
Yeah.
like I saw a picture that somebody took with Coyle Ray. And then she was dragging her in the caption. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not a Coyle Ray fan, but I would never like I'll state my opinion on her and how I feel, but I would never at her or tag her or like take a picture with her just to negatively speak on her. And it's like it's so crazy. And it's like yes, celebrities are regular people, but they also aren't at the same
Yeah.
time. And it's just so crazy. People just have it's the audacity for me, really.
Always audacity. I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't know. I don't know what to tell these folks, what not to tell them. I'll try to stay out the way and just do what I do because I know that it's been plenty of times I've been in the hot seat. So I don't like how that feels. So I just leave people alone. But y'all gotta
What hot
chill. Like
seat you
put
was
y'all
in?
phone. Man, let me tell you something. Yesterday, I got so many DMs from people because people were sending me sponsors and money for brushes that I lost. I got so many DMs and comments from people that were just evil.
Really? Saying
I,
what?
I blocked so many people yesterday. I don't ever block people on Instagram because I don't have no point. But people were just in my DM saying I was stupid and irresponsible and what the fuck why do I expect people to give me money for being irresponsible and that's lame as fuck that you even do that. And I'm like, I literally just simply asked. You didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I asked for help.
Wait, who are these people? Did you know them?
Don't know. Two other people. I didn't necessarily know them personally, but somebody that I follow and that I'm cool with follows them. So I was like,
Wow.
they're
I
blocked
do
us.
be
I don't even know who that is.
that's crazy. That's bold. I ain't gonna lie, I do judge people who post stuff like that, like what you posted. But I also donated some money. So
You know, I mean,
but I would never. It's not like there are some people I know who are professional social media beggars, and you are not one of those people. So it's different if you be somebody who be on the internet doing like perpetuating that kind of personality, like always needs something,
yeah,
always need help. But you clearly explained what the situation was, and they could help or they could not help. Okay, it is what it is. But I would never just. People really got audacity.
yeah. I mean, like realistically, I'm like, think about it. I lost it, right? Simple mistake. Um, tried to retrieve it, nobody was trying to help me. So my brushes are having fun and rolling loud with COVID right now. Um, so not only that, I have another work trip one Thursday, right? Not only that, the first is coming up. So not only do I have to pay rent and bills, I don't have an extra $2,500 to replace all my brushes to work.
Yeah, and people,
Right.
I don't think,
You know what
I
I'm
also don't
saying?
think people realize what all it takes to do makeup. Like it's not,
Yeah.
it's different if you're just doing your own makeup every single day. But when you have several different looks, several different clients, like it's not gonna be those. I can just go to Target right quick and pick up some EOS
Yeah,
brushes or
and
whatever they
it took
call
me
Elf.
years to collect. Like I promise you, I've had about 10 of those brushes since 2012.
Wow, none
So
of my
like,
brushes last that long.
yeah, I mean, I've had to put some glue on them on a few of them, but still, those brushes held me down. I had some new brushes, some old brushes, but I spent a lot of money and time collecting
I
those
can't
brushes.
believe people. So there's this podcast I love and I always talk about. It's called Poor Minds. But one of the girls, one of the hosts, her name is Lex P, and she has expressed on the show that she's had insecurities about her body, about her looks, and things like that. And so people have taken that as a way to like always like send her these crazy DMs, talking crazy on her, talking about her belly button, which is crazy because she had a hernia that was
Yeah,
completely unrelated to her surgery. And people, you know how people swear when you get lipo, you get that belly button, but that only happens with tummy tucks. I need people to just let go of that narrative. But anyway, she just has talked about the messages that people sent her, and it's like, wow, you went on a fake page to be rude to me.
yeah,
It's mental ill. It's actually crazy. Just think about that. These are people who are walking among us.
yes.
And they got
I'll
accounts where
probably
they
be in
say
the
mean stuff to
same
people, and
room.
they are probably not even remotely happy with themselves. Hey, that's crazy.
So I followed this guy who is a skater. He go to Cascade every week, but he's like a trick skater. He does like trick skates.
Science and stuff.
Yeah. So I follow him because I mean obviously I like to look at it. Um his page got hacked maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were trying to say that he was in the hospital, that he tried to kill himself. Like from the page, somebody hacked it, and they said that, oh, he's in the hospital, he's unconscious, this is why he haven't been on here. I'm a part of his family. They were trying to make it seem like he was dying. It was a whole lie. They still have the page, so now they're using the page to stalk some girl, and I don't want to unfollow it just
Because you
because.
want to see what's going on.
Not only that, but I'm like, do I call the police? Because like they literally show up everywhere she goes and record her. They be like, yeah, we see you. You ain't gonna be on this earth for much longer.
What?
Yes, like all the time.
So where's the boy? Whose page it is?
He got another page. So whoever got the page, they just literally stalk her. They post all her locations wherever she go. They be like, yeah, I know you're gonna be here tonight. I know you're gonna be. And they screen.
I don't like that. I hope she's
I'm
doing something about it
like,
too.
I started to like DM the girl. I hate stuff like this because I don't be want to insert myself in things like this. But
Right.
then
And it'd
if
be
something
something
was to
way
happen to
deeper than
her,
you. Yeah.
I
But
would
you
feel
also don't want to
bad
be
because I
like,
didn't want to. I could have said something, you know.
I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes situations be way more complex than it might seem. And like you said, inserting yourself, and now you know too much, or you might be, creating a
Yeah,
bigger issue. And then you also don't want something to happen to the girl and be thinking about how you didn't do nothing. I totally understand that. Oh my God.
I'm like, oh wow, they even changed the name of the page to I want her name. Like, the girl name is Cece. It's like the name is on Instagram. It's like I want Cece to die or something.
What?
Yes, it's crazy. So they like stalk her.
That's scary because you can report something like that, call the police, all that, but what exactly can you do? You know what I'm saying? You don't even, especially if you don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know her.
Baby, I moved to Iceland the same day. Me and
You
Hazel will
went
be on the next
Iceland.
flight
You
out.
are just you love Iceland.
We'll be on the next flight out. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I had two things I wanted to bring up. First things first is there was a video of Ari twerking on her gay male friend, and people were just like up in an uproar about it because they felt like she was being disrespectful to Moneybag. Yo, yada 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 yada. Now, when I first seen it, I didn't know who the guy was or his sexuality, so I definitely was like, dang, did she get caught slipping or whatever the case is? But I think the two things have happened. So the second thing that happened was Issa Rae popped up married, as she should. goals, a queen. And people were basically just talking about, oh, she hiding her man, and some people was like, oh, that's goals, lay low, be private, blah blah blah. But okay, so my first things first is y'all literally don't know what people do in their relationship and what they accept and what they like is not any of your business. Number one, just because you are not okay with certain stuff does not mean they shouldn't be okay. Because I've seen so many dudes, like even with the settlement that Dr. Dre's ex-wife is getting, oh man, $3 million a year couldn't be me. It won't ever be you, sweetie. Ever. No. Ever, actually. It'll never be you. Like at all. And first of all, Dr. Dre is an abuser. This is on record. Like, she deserves whatever she can get up out of him. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that just because of that she deserves a specific dollar amount, but it's just so crazy. Like, it's, again, to me, it blurs those lines with people, celebrity lives versus regular lives. Like, sweetie, if you don't get yourself in these crazy situations, then it won't happen to you. Not only that, you just cannot relate to Dr. Dre. You can't. Or his ex-wife, or any person that has ever shook hands with him. But even with the Ari thing, like, to me, once she explained it, I'm not a big fan of her at all. But this situation to me is one of those situations was like, okay, oh well, she was twerking. Moneybag Yo even was like, he not tripping. Like, I just feel like people really, I know it's hard to tell people mind their business when it's on the internet, but the way that people they find something to be mad about on the internet every single day is actually really draining. And all the time, I know I always say I'm gonna delete my Twitter again, but I swear to God, this week I'm like, I got to get off this app. And it hasn't made me like a negative person, but like seeing that kind of stuff makes me so annoyed because there's no logical way to explain your perspective without getting hooked into this hoopla. And so sometimes I feel like it's just best to just remove yourself from the app. But yes, first I want to ask what's your opinion on I guess people acting that way in their relationship and the optics of it.
I am a gay male and I have women that do that to me, so I don't be offended because guess what? I'm not attracted to women. I do understand that bisexuality is a thing. However, I don't see it any different from in our situation, and that's just because of, I know what I like. So it's like I don't see it any different than a girl twerking on her girlfriend.
That's exactly what I said.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see it, and guys are like, okay, well, if that's the case, then a stud should be able to twerk on us, and it shouldn't be looked at like that. Yeah, that could work if y'all wasn't trying to fuck Young and May and all these other people. Y'all have.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Back in that Flash, all my
You just saw that?
What was it?
Lightning.
Yeah, it's storming over here too. I hope Hazel ain't got to pee no more because we done, baby. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, when I was young, I definitely used to do things like flash my gay male friends and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't do that now because I'm a lot more mature. But even then, I mean,
it's not that deep.
It's just not that deep.
No,
now, if my man has a problem with it, that's completely different. Because if he's not comfortable with it, then I wouldn't antagonize him and keep doing something like that. But if he don't care, then mind our business. Anyway, let's move on to the greater good. My girl Issa Rae. They already said we look alike. We also move alike. So first of all, Issa Rae never hid her man, just in case y'all forgot. He's definitely been on the red carpet with her. She's definitely done photo shoots with her ring on her finger, and she's addressed it in interviews. Just because she is not spilling out every detail of her personal life on the internet don't mean she's hiding. I think people, this is why I want to clarify the hiding thing. Like, it's one thing. So I feel like Issa Rae is a good example of somebody who doesn't get caught up in celebrityism. Like, she's not somebody that has to be on the blog. She let the work speak for herself. She gets her accolades, she gets her awards, she gets her money, and she got her man. And I think that's just how it should be. It's about the business, but it's a clear difference. I don't know who said this recently. It was a little problematic, but I also understood. I think they were talking about how artists put too much of their person, like themselves, on social media over the music. And so basically they get all these followers and these fans, but it's because of that and not because of the actual music. So basically what I'm just saying, like, it's just her living her life. There was a time before social media, y'all, and people didn't know who was with who. And that's the life I strive to have. Like, to me, I probably won't even post my husband on a wedding day, but it's not because I'm hiding him. I just don't. Like, the people who need to know already know. So me putting on the internet is making the picture that I own public property, and it's showing to people who I don't know and will never see again. And why would I want to do that again? Can't think of a reason.
I will post a solo wedding picture on my wedding day.
Listen, me too. Me too. And if y'all get the wedding picture, truth be told, it's just, to me, there was a point in my life where I used to share so many details about my life. I mean, every little thing, where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm at, tagging who tag, but I just do not care no more. I don't care. And I live a very happy life. I just do not care. I just don't care. I don't care. Y'all might not, y'all lucky y'all know who Hazel is.
Oh my God.
Because if I get kids, y'all probably never see them.
I will hope. Yeah, no. It'll definitely be a Khalees situation. You ain't
But
never
it's
seen
just
that lady
like,
kids.
you post a picture, you get attention from it. Now you empty inside. I don't care about all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, my question, what I want to talk about today, is basically like, what do you feel like? Are there things about your life that you feel like you wish you didn't share, or that you don't want to share in the future?
So for the most part, as far as social media, I think that I share just enough. Like, people know me, they know what I do, but they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even now, just because people have brought it up in the past, even before COVID, about going out and stuff like that. To me, I don't really care about going out. Like, I don't care if people go out or not, because I'm gonna go out regardless. But people bring it up, and and I've had situations where people have pulled up on me in certain areas, like literally walked up to me from Instagram. They're like, "Oh, I saw you were here."
Oh my God.
So now I only put, like, if I'm out somewhere or doing something, I'll put it on my close friends, or I'll just wait. Like, if it's dinner or something, I'll just wait till I'm done. I'll just take a picture of it and just post it.
That's what I'm doing for my trip. I hope I can stick to it. Sometimes I get excited about traveling, but I don't want to post.
I forget, so I'll do it. But I just realized how dangerous that is, and just how invasive it is for certain people. Because you would think that you're sharing something so, like, harmless,
cool, yeah,
whatever, and people just take that and run with it. And then people also think they know your life because of social media. I'm very kind of outspoken on social media, but in real life, I'm not like that.
I am. Well, I guess I'm opposite.
I ain't gonna say in real life,
but in
like
real
that.
life,
I'm like that around people who I'm comfortable with. If
yeah.
I don't know you, I'm gonna be real quiet. And that's just how I am. Like, I'm gonna be real quiet. But if I'm comfortable around you, or you my friend or something, of course I'm gonna be myself. But
yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of people who are way more vocal on social media than they are in real life, but some people got whole different personalities on the internet.
Yeah, no. It's
different
not giving
lingo.
that. I ain't got no fake personality, but it's just like, I think that the way that I act on social media makes people feel comfortable with me. So when they meet me, they automatically feel like, oh, you're my friend. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not.
Yes, ain't that crazy? And I think people like that with celebrities too. It's like, if you're a comedian, you got to be funny even when I see you on the street.
No, girl, I'm not your friend.
Yeah, it's weird. And then they feel disrespected when you don't. Like, I saw somebody saw that dude at a bar that,
Yeah.
and they made him do the little sound. I'm like, oh, that poor baby. He probably did not want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I feel like, so number one, I can't recall if I've ever been necessarily targeted because I posted it. I'm somewhere, but I do think about stuff like that because I have heard of people having their homes burglarized because people know they're not home. But the thing is, you don't know who at my house.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be looking through a peephole. And I ain't talking about the one at my door. But yeah, it's just so crazy that people really do target you, man. And even if you like, there's been times I posted pictures of stuff that I went to like weeks ago or stuff like that. But when I travel, I think even I did that when I was in Iceland. I think I was in Iceland for like 4 days, and I was on my way back, and I finally started posting my pictures because I'm just too far away from home to even risk stuff like that. And just people are sick. And recently I've had a few, like, okay, there's a clear difference between fake pages and bots, and it's a lot of not a lot. It's a new fake page every day, and it's because I be blocking the previous version. And so I have an idea on where it's from, but it's just so weird that people go that hard because I am nobody. It's just so weird to think that somebody wants to see what you got going on that bad. It's really weird. And it makes me very uncomfortable. So I don't ever want anybody to feel like not even 2 steps ahead of what I got going on. I think about all the time, like, I'm sure it's somebody who listens to this podcast every week and they ain't got no intentions on ever speak to me, but they know everything about me and I don't care to know a thing about them. And I don't mean just random listeners. I'm talking about people who just need to leave me alone.
Yeah, I rarely check my viewers on my
Me
story,
too, but
but when I
recently
do
because
check
of a
them,
situation, I had to look, and I'm like, look at you, looking stupid.
I check them now, and I always see just like people's Finsta names or stuff like that or whatever. I'm like, why y'all be scared to look at my page from y'all regular page? Like,
Yeah, what is see
I don't
honestly
even do
with a page
nothing.
like yours, I would assume you wouldn't even see me on there, but Instagram got it to where you can just scroll straight to the bottom of the list and see and see who all because at the bottom of the list is all the people you don't follow.
Yeah, like the people you don't follow bit about them, but I'm like, I'm looking now. I don't. It just be so weird. Like I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
is really weird, man. I just listen, y'all. I don't even know how to convince y'all to stop being weird, but just stop being weird,
It's,
man.
it's so it's so funny. It's not funny, but it's so funny because it's like you thinking that you're not that important, and people are thinking otherwise. Now they looking at you as
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. It's
and I'm
like
like, I don't want you to think that about me, but I can't help that you think that
pretend I'm
about
a leaf on the ground. Just step over me. Don't step on me though. I mean, anyway, I just don't want people to have this puffed up perception of me. And I don't think I'm this grand person, but I do think I have decent enough stuff to going on for people to be wanting to be tuned in. But it's just weird because people don't have boundaries when it comes to that.
me.
Or limits, should I say.
I was some Cuban
I
food.
remember when I looked on the picture that Issa Rae posted with her husband, she tagged him. I thought she tagged him. She had tagged Balenciaga. I said, period. Period.
First of all, she looked fire.
Yeah, she looked great. And they went to the south of France. Like, that's goals. Now, I don't know if I would want to do a wedding like that. I actually want a really big wedding. But the way COVID kicking it, I might can get away with a small one for budget's sake. But I really just want a big wedding because I want a big party. I just want to get real ratchet in my wedding dress. I want to twerk. I want to do the worm. I want to do everything. And I want a lot of gifts. But if I gotta
About
just
the worm, I probably have to do the worm at your wedding too.
exactly, and I wanted to play German Shepherds in the backyard. I want to play that too. I don't know why. That's just a good wedding song. But I just don't. I love how low key it is because it's all about you and that person's love. But I can't lie. I want a really nice wedding. So
Yeah.
if I get married,
No, I try to take the thought of wedding and kids out of my brain often because I feel like that shit has been programmed in my head.
for
But
sure, especially the kids part.
at the same time, I'm like, damn, I definitely I don't want to grow old alone, and I don't want my legacy to just stop at me. I do want kids, and I do want, kids of my own. Like, I don't want to have to just adopt them. I want kids of my own. So it's like, but when the time is right, I feel like right now I'm just really, I say this every time I elevate in my career. I feel like I just now starting to get like where I want to go. Especially with me moving and traveling more with my clients. I mean, this is really what I manifested like a few years ago. I was just like, when I got off tour with Escape, I'm like, I'm very grateful for the opportunity and I loved working with them. But the style of makeup that I like to do and just the stuff that I want to do, I was like, you know what? I really want to manifest somebody around my age group that is open minded. That,
Have you got that?
yes, look what I'm doing now.
So Millie's not around your age.
I mean, not around my age group, but she's younger. And
Yeah.
I mean, you see what I'm saying.
No, I ain't know what you meant. I'm like, ain't she like 19, 20?
She's 21, about to be 22. But I
Oh,
mean,
my bad, Flo. I didn't know that you was that young.
not necessarily. She's not necessarily in my age group, but she's definitely somebody who's younger who I can actually have a good time with. I mean,
Yeah, I feel you.
The girls of Escape were like aunties to me. So it was like I didn't even want to say certain things around them, do
Yeah,
certain
yeah, it's
things
just a
around
respect
them.
thing.
And then like as far as like my creativity, I can only go so far. So now that I have the opportunity to work with somebody that, is young and they are open-minded, they don't mind, taking it
Yeah,
there. Let's go.
period.
I
No,
had
I think
manifested somebody specifically, but I mean, we're gonna do it like this.
well, maybe you'll find love and kids in California.
I mean, yeah. I also am moving to California just to expand my mind. I tell people a lot that I grew up around.
Travel will do that, especially relocating. You really will. You'll get. I feel like that happened to me. My little short stay. I always talk about it, but my life changed in them 5 months when I was in California. And traveling did the same thing. That's why I love it so much. It's really weird how it can expand your mind. It's crazy.
Traveling actually made me dislike Atlanta kind of. And
you realize that it's just so much more. There's not even any beauty in Atlanta, like the skyscrapers, but nothing natural enough to be like, wow.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Even just like stepping outside.
Yeah, I agree.
I go other places and people have like more high energy and it's just such a good feeling. Like I'm like, damn, I don't have this in my own city.
Yeah, I think what makes me feel so good about Atlanta is just the blackness. That's really what it is, because I can't think of, every time I think about moving to another city, I always have to research the census, the most recent census for how many black people, because I need that richness. I need to be able to find my squad. And I have white friends and friends from all kinds of backgrounds, but there's definitely nothing, there's an unmatched connection when you find, it's like traveling to another country and you see another black family or something like that. It's like, oh, hey, y'all, hey, auntie. It's like that camaraderie, and I need that if I relocate. So, but I've been thinking about it a lot, man. I really want a house. I've been looking at this house thing, and I'm willing to relocate to get that. I really am. Like, Atlanta is it's just so much going on. I hate to be that person, but I think I need to. But I will probably move somewhere more low key, not really like Atlanta or like a big city. Maybe I was thinking about Houston, but I just don't want to be nowhere near Texas, actually. So,
oof. Houston is wild, baby. People be saying Atlanta is wild.
I'm not talking about the culture. I'm talking about the politics. It's just a lot of racism and bill passes, the governor. It's just really weird. I don't want to be there.
I heard that Florida is like that too.
It is. And I actually was looking at Orlando. It's just really, it's the South for you. But it's like, I don't want to be cold. So what the freak I'm going to do?
Another reason, because I don't think people understand that. I think they see the South from the internet. And I'm like, y'all don't understand that if we go 25 minutes south of Atlanta,
and really depend on what part of Atlanta you in, because it could be 15 minutes.
Exactly. I'm like, it's not that far. Like, telling you.
It's weird. And yeah, a lot of people do get that culture shock because they end up be on a road trip and they stop somewhere and they be like, hold on. I'm like, yeah, you hold on. But yeah, I don't know. I do want a change of scenery, but I still want to keep my property here. So as long as I can get a nice salary where I can keep 2 properties, then I'll be good. Well, anyway, you have anything you want to add before we wrap?
Yeah, wear your mask and get vaccinated if you haven't, if you want to.
No, if you wear your mask. If you don't get a vaccination and you don't wear a mask, you are a murderer. Said what I said.
Damn.
All right, y'all. Have a good week.
We'll just end it right there.
Period. And that's on Delta Sigma. No, that's on Delta.
Variant. Oh,
that's on Delta variant.
Delta actually it's a lot of Delta shit going on this week.
I know the airlines, the variant. Like, dang, girl, y'all just started recovering.
It's all good.
But anyway, all right, y'all. Bye.
See ya.